What's going on, everybody? Tyler and Sean here from Rendered Reality. Thanks for joining us again on Coffee and VR. And holy crap, I didn't think we had much this week. And literally, as of like yesterday and today, it's been ridiculous. My morning has been amazing. If you guys read on the Discord, I did not want to pull myself out of VR again to come on the show.
I was getting a little nervous. I thought I was gonna have to do it by myself. I was like, oh. But we were actually both playing VR a little bit this morning. We both got up a little bit earlier than normal, just to be able to play some VR this morning and stuff. So that was pretty cool to check out some stuff and grab some footage. But we got some really exciting stuff to talk about that we're really excited to talk about. Yeah, and this guy loves cats. I just realized what shirt you're wearing.
Isn't it amazing? We don't even realize what each other does or has on or anything until we're live because we're so concentrated. But I had coffee issues this morning. I had all kinds of problems, man. It's been stressful. I went to I had some Pete's Major Dickinson and I went to pour it in my grinder and it was pre-ground. I thought it was beans, and I'm like, really? So then I had to reset everything on my coffee maker and do all that, and it was stressful. So I'm curious how this came out. So we'll see.
Sounds terrible, but I didn't even get to use my new beard straightener this morning. I didn't have time. I ordered a beard straightener, no joke, true story. I've only used it one time so far. I meant to do it this morning before coming to the show to get it all nice and straight and looking fresh, you know what I mean? And I just ran out of time, unfortunately.
Can you just use a comb, man? Like everybody
You can't,
else?
no, but this is like a hair straightener made for a beard. Like it's a comb with a hair straightener built in, and you comb it through your beard, and it like heats it up and makes it all nice and straight. It's pretty awesome.
Dude, you're living that beard life. Like
I don't know how much longer.
Like, when you're buying beard accessories.
I bought it, and I'm like, man, I don't know why I bought this because I don't really know how much longer I'm going to keep the beard. But for right now, I got a beard straightener.
Dude, until you can start hanging VR accessories off of it, don't get rid of it,
First world problems. I might be able to.
I know, right? They are first world problems, man. It's,
they
it's
really
unbelievable.
are.
I literally, this whole week, I'm like, man, we really haven't had that much and stuff.
Yeah.
And my biggest thing is we got dropped the Doom 3 game for the Quest, and holy
natively on the Quest.
Crap,
yeah,
man.
This is running native on the Quest.
It is jaw-dropping. We're not playing it. We'll talk about it here in a bit,
but
we're gonna get into that in a little bit, blown my mind and basically revitalized like my childhood dreams, and I literally have goosebumps thinking about it, man. It's been so freaking cool. I can't wait.
But we got some big stuff this week, and there was a big ramp up right before Christmas. Right before Christmas, it was like every week it was like, I don't even know how we're gonna get all this stuff on the show. Like I feel like there's so much to talk about. And then after Christmas, it slowed down a little bit. Obviously that usually happens, but there's still some really big stuff that's happened. There's still some really big stuff that's coming, but really excited to talk about it. And obviously one of the things we played a decent amount this week, some more, was Population 1. We played that.
Always, man.
Yeah, we played that a lot, but they've done another update, and they keep doing this. And this time, Rizzle Rock, Beard Straightener VR attachment. Oh, man, it could just straighten it as I'm playing. That'd be awesome. That'd be good stuff.
Have a little comb on the bottom of the headset or something.
Yeah, for real. But so the Population 1 updates keep rolling out. They keep coming out, and this time they've done. Remember when what was it? What did you have to collect back? Was it stars? I think at one point in time.
Well, they had the cores. The
energy cores and stuff. Yeah, like you had to go throughout the map and find these hidden cores.
There was one other one too.
Yeah. Snowflakes, yeah. And then once you find those, you can unlock skins. And they've done that again. This time it's a little bit different though, and we're actually big fans of what they're doing. And these are balloons. But the difference of this time is that you don't actually have to go and grab them. You can shoot them. So if you see them from anywhere on the map, you can just shoot them and take them out, which I think is really cool.
I've always got a Socko or an Op or something. I can pick them off from a long ways, and it's so cool. I love it.
I think it's fun. It makes the noise again when you get them. If you get all of these, you unlock, I think, like 4 different gun skins. There they are right now, which is kind of cool. If you don't want to spend money on gun skins and you're cheap like me.
The last one, man.
Yeah.
So hard to find the last one.
I still have like 3. Amazing. I think I have like 3 more left that I need to hop back in.
I found them the first day, like the first play session. It's fun, and you do it throughout your play session, and man, I don't think we lost a match did we, that night.
I think we lost one or two.
Did we lose?
It was because we were being silly, and we were probably going after the balloons, but not that we're that good. We're
trying to box people in, or who knows. It's different every night.
Silly stuff, but it's so much fun. Does everybody else like these little things that they put in? Because I know for us, it's like we get excited when we see one of these balloons, and we're like, oh, we got a guy over here, but wait a minute, there's a balloon, and we go. Like it's so silly, but it's a lot of fun. I don't know what it is.
It's like, Sean, come on, like let's go, and you're like, wait, there's another one. behind you and you're running off then.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
It's so good.
It's sad, but it's so much
It's fun.
At the same time. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, the skins are cool. All of it, man. I love it.
I just love
keep
the
updates coming, guys.
Yeah, they did take out the holiday assets, but there's still the snow and the icebergs and all that stuff. I really do look forward to them doing something kind of major with the map, though. To be honest, I would like to see some major changes. Hopefully that's coming. Mash Daddy Cool VR. He says, "Cheers, guys! Thank you for that super
Mash
chat."
Daddy, cheers, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Seriously.
Cheers.
So.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to get into next? Because we got some good stuff. I mean.
I just want to go back to playing Doom, man.
No, we can't do that. Not till after the show. Not till after the show.
Come on, dude.
No. We'll wrap the show up in like 15 minutes. That way you can go play it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. Yep. One thing I did want to talk about a little bit is, have you tried these things out yet?
I have.
The Quest 2 covers, the silicone covers for the Quest 2 controllers. I thought these are kind of cool. I mean, they're actually pretty thick, and I mean, probably take some damage.
Yeah. So the only, at first I'm like, I don't know, like, are they going to do a lot? Because if I hit something, I'm coming through it 60 mile an hour swing, to hit something. But I will say, Steve XM, who has his own channel, does streaming on our Discord. He ended up hitting one of his Rift S controllers.
Yeah, those are not as strong as these.
They aren't, but it cracked the next day. So I'm like, man, just that little bit of cushion can really save something.
Yeah, and even
so
for one
it makes me really want to start using them.
Even for one that is cracked, I feel like this would be good to go ahead and throw it on there to help keep it together, because they go on kind of tight. I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. It's not anything that's like groundbreaking. We've seen these kind of things before, but I think it's cool. I wish they would do more colors, and they're starting to. We're going to talk about some of the silicone covers, but like even these, like if I could get these in the mint green or the orange or something like that, or just any kind of crazy color, I think that would make me want to just have them more, just because it looks
colors
cool.
pop so freaking good on the light.
Cool.
Like I know it is. So it is. I do like the colors, the customization, all that stuff.
That's the biggest stuff for me. I think is the colors, and they came out with the silicone covers now that they have the orange and the mint green. I think these colors are really cool. Like I would love to have some ring protectors that are those colors, just because it looks cool. Right. Whether I break my controller or not. And honestly, I have dropped these controllers. I guess that is one way. Not so much that I hit them on things a lot, but I have dropped them before. Sure. Just carrying both controllers, the headset and stuff, and you drop a controller, you're doing something, trying to set up stuff. I have done that. So, and Wolf Raza, I think I said that right this time. I can just call him Wolf, I know that. But he said any tracking issues, and they're cut out where all the IRs are anyways. I haven't noticed any tracking issue difference myself, but...
So I did see something, I think it was over on one of the Facebook groups or something, that somebody bought those sticker. Have you seen the sticker packs where you can put the stickers on, for controllers and recognition, like one's blue, one's red, stuff like that?
No,
and then there's actual letter cutouts, and on the sticker pack, it comes where your capacitive sensor goes, and they actually placed that sticker over the cutout for the capacitive sensor. And I'm like you just ruined basically your sensor at that. Not ruined it, but you're covering it up. I don't know. I was curious about that too, but I'm like, people don't even realize, I don't think, what those cutouts are for, or that you even have those sensors sometimes. But
you mean on the ring, or you mean for your fingers?
No, for the thumb. The thumb, no, the capacitive sensor for the thumb on the top. Yeah, like the little circular cutout, but you can't hardly see it. Yeah. I don't think people even realize that that's there. Like all these newcomers to VR, and I think it's just, I don't know,
even pay attention to it in game, honestly. I mean,
I don't, but like people are just covering them up with stickers is my point. So they don't even know it's a thing. So I guess that's good and bad, but
I love to see more color stuff coming out. I don't know. I just think it looks cool. And even with the silicone, I still wish that we would get more of the pleather. And I know I've said that before, more colors for the pleather. Yeah. They did the winter edition. They did some limited edition stuff for like Thrill Seeker and stuff like that, which is really cool. But I just wish it was more widely available. But I'm sure they will as they continue to.
With skins. I mean, look at all the skins people are putting on, which there's some really cool skins.
You mean like on the front face thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some cool stuff too, for sure.
I know.
Yeah, there are. I haven't done that, but.
I've been playing my Virtual Boy, and I so bad want to make a 3D printed Virtual Boy to put over the headset.
Yeah, that would be cool. Make it look kind of like a Virtual Boy. Oh man, that'd be sweet.
Exactly.
I wonder if anybody's done that.
Steven Sales says thumb will still work through the sticker.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I would be surprised, but that's awesome. It's cool to hear. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised, but that's pretty cool. But
that's awesome.
Let me see what else. Can we let's talk about Space Slurpies a little bit.
Yeah.
So okay. So first off, this game, we've been working with them a little bit. They're going to do a custom level in this game for us. I don't know that we should give away too much about what that's going to be yet, because I kind of want the surprise of, that's what I was thinking. I kind of want to hint,
like
but
it's something.
I kind of want the surprise of people, because we haven't got to do the map yet either. They're working on it right now, but we've talked to them, given them some ideas, and we've kind of bounced some stuff back and forth. But it's going to be pretty cool. So this is from the Starcade Arcade guys, the guys who did the Star Blazer, Virus Popper, stuff like that. This is going to be on Steam. It's going to be on the Oculus Rift store, hopefully on the official Quest store sooner or later. I think it's going to be on Side Quest as well. And if you remember the old, like, what was those games, like Snake Game and stuff like that, where you have to keep eating the thing, and your snake.
Space Invaders, or
I know there was one that there was like a real basic PC game and stuff that was called Snake. I think you can still play it.
No, it wasn't Space Invaders. Yeah.
But you have to eat all these things to make your snake grow longer. The longer you get it, the more points you get, but you can't hit your own snake, and you can't run into, like, there's like some mine things in there. This is all using your tracked hand controller. You know, you're moving all around the place. Like, I thought I'd be able to stay in my very small spot, and you could, but then there was ones that were out of your reach that you wanted to like get to. Yeah. And it was pretty cool. And the coolest thing about this is that it is going to be getting multiplayer. So that is what I'm most excited about. I haven't played the multiplayer yet. This was me playing it some here. I've only played by myself a little bit, but I think the multiplayer could be a lot of fun in the aspect of you're trying to set the other person up, you know, to maybe run into themselves or run into you or whatever.
I think it's cool because it takes your arm and like makes it something else. And we've said that so many times about different games. You know what I mean? Like taking that out of body experience or doing something you couldn't normally do. It's just, I think it's really cool. I love the idea of it. I love the look of it, all of it. And a code for somebody who wants to try it. It is in development, beta testing right now. So this is considered a beta code, but it's working flawlessly. Demo code. Okay, demo code. So
because the game's not actually out yet, and there will be a public demo as far as I know, but these demo codes are just to get you in there earlier before the actual demo is out yet. So that's pretty cool. Well, Vraza, thank you. He said, keep up the great work, guys. Thank you for that super chat. Seriously, that's really awesome. Super active guy in our Discord. Really cool guy. Really glad to have him there. So I think this is going to be pretty cool when it comes to the multiplayer. And even the single player, I got into it a little bit more than I thought I was going to, honestly, because I kept wanting to go back in there, and I was like, oh man, I ran in, like, I was making silly mistakes, you know, and I was like, oh, I can do better than that. Like, even right here, I saw the little mine, but he had balloons on him, so I thought I could hit him and like pop the balloons or something, but I ran into him and I died. So it was like, it's one of those things that you keep wanting to go back into to get your score higher and higher. And again, like we say with multiplayer, everything is more fun with a friend. So I think playing this together, I think it's going to be, I think it's 4-player. I think it's 4-player multiplayer.
I think this is just going to go gangbusters for Quest, because it's one you can jump into quick, play a session, play a match or two, jump in with, you know, people when they get multiplayer. I mean, it would just be amazing. So I think this would be huge on the Quest.
I agree.
So I'm super excited for them to try and get it to it.
I really hope it does come to Quest, because this is one of those games that's really easy to pick up and play. You know, there's no learning curve. Like, you don't have to teach somebody how the controls work or anything else. You just get in there and you start moving your hand. You're like, oh, okay. And you just start connecting all the things. It's pretty easy to do.
No teaching, no tutorial really needed almost. I mean, it's pretty, counterintuitive. It's awesome.
I think we have some...
Centipede. There we go. Centipede. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. So we do have some more. You can put some codes in chat too. I don't know if you have any of those set up for the demo codes in chat, but I did see that Mame fan said, he said, you guys inspired me to make a Virtual Boy video public tomorrow. I was talking to him about that in the comments, and he was, I think what he's talking about is the Virtual Boy simulator for VR. And I haven't tried that or anything yet. I know we were talking back and forth, so I'm really curious to see his video, because I think that would be pretty cool to get to play those Virtual Boy games. Because go ahead.
The crazy part, though, is the games are so expensive right now. What is it? Like Jack Brothers and Waterworld, I think, go for no less than like almost $200 to $300 each.
I know.
Like,
after you got yours, crazy, I started looking into it, and I was like, man, I need to order one of these. And even the headsets, for a good mint condition headset, you know, it's expensive. And I looked at them,
$200+.
Yeah, I looked at them. It wasn't that long ago, and they weren't that expensive. And they were still expensive, but nowhere near like they are now. And I really wish I would have bit the bullet back then and got one, because now I keep dragging my feet, and I'm sure the prices are just going to keep going up. So
they have, even in the last like couple weeks. It's crazy. But yeah, super fun. If you guys have one or have your hands on one, I'd love to hear. But I think they're great. I love getting. I've been getting in mine almost every other night. I I come down to talk to my wife who's working out and stuff, and I'll pop into the Virtual Boy.
I mean, I don't think it's something you're gonna play for like 4 or 5 hours like you do VR, at least for us. You know what I mean? But it's a cool experience, and if you experience those back in the day when they came out, when we were young and stuff,
like
really
Red
cool.
Alarm, it starts and you're on rails, you're flying straight through tunnels basically, and you start going up and down, but then you go into like worlds where you can move in 3 directions, every direct 360. It's super cool. Main fan said don't buy Waterworld. I know I won't buy it, but I'm obsessed with that movie. I love that movie, and that's the hard part for me.
And part of it with the collecting too, you want all of them. And there was only like 12 or 20. I think there was like 12 of them in the U.S. or something like
US
that.
And 24 total, counting the Japanese.
Yeah, because there was more that we were in Japan, but there's not a ton. So it's not like a regular NES or Super Nintendo. There was so many games that to collect them all is like ridiculous. But here's the 4th demo.
I even printed out a stand. I printed out a stand for my games.
Oh yeah,
too.
I should have threw that in there. That was pretty cool.
That's true.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I did like that. So.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, highly recommend it. Super cool. I got super lucky getting mine used. It's in great condition.
I keep watching. I need to bite the bullet because I really want one. And for one, just to kind of experience it again, but 2, just to have it on the shelf because I feel like it looks so cool, on the stand that it comes on and stuff, and the color scheme and stuff just sitting on the shelf. And it's a Nintendo product. Like Nintendo is like a legend in the video game world. So I think
they're gonna come back with a new Virtual Boy. How amazing would that be?
Virtual Boy 2. I am all about that.
Right.
Seriously, all about that.
Sick.
That would be.
I know.
That would be the most amazing thing.
It would. Do you think that thing would sell like hotcakes, man? Do you know how many people pick up a Switch that would just pick that up like it's nothing too, because it has literally the Nintendo brand on it? Like,
and especially if they can keep the price range like around what a Quest 2 is. If they can keep it around like that $300 price tag.
I know.
Maverick says the list of games and accessories I want keeps growing. Thanks, guys.
Cheers. So Maverick's actually a friend of mine, and he contacted me and said that, he tried the Quest and stuff and instantly ordered a Quest 2. So as he was waiting on it, he wanted to come over and try some stuff. And it's one of those things. He went into Pop 1 right away, got, a little bit VR leg-ish, towards the end, but was just blown away by it. And I can't wait for him to get his. A lot of stuff coming for it, man. Just keep your eyes peeled. So much good stuff.
Yeah, there's so much new stuff coming all the time. I mean, the thing is the Quest is a $300 headset, right? But by the time you're done with it, it can be, you're looking at, closer to $800 headset by the time you add all this stuff, a VR cover if you want a gun stock, better audio, a better head strap.
He started looking at all the stuff I have, and he's like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, that's a gun stock. That's, VR cover stuff. Those are grips. Those are, and it's just like, oh my gosh, the list just grows and grows.
But that's part of the fun. I mean, that's part of the fun. I love that stuff. And I use my Quest
like we said, the customization, make it what you want. Like last show, get a gun stock or don't. You can hate it if you want, but it's all about realism. It doesn't really gain you anything.
Fun. It's about fun. That's the biggest thing. It's all about fun and what you take away. It's all about having fun.
Sure.
So Main Fan, as far as Virtual Boy, he says, my favorite Virtual Boy games are Wario, Red Alarm, Vertical Force, and Mario Clash. So which ones do you have?
I don't have Vertical Force. I don't have that.
Yeah.
I have, let's see, Wario Land, Mario Clash, Galactic Pinball, Red Alarm, and Tetris. No, not Tetris. I'm sorry. Mario Tennis.
Oh, yeah, That's
Mario
the one
Tennis
that came with
the headset.
Yep. So Boundless Al said, Virtual Boy gives next strains and looks just as good as a next strain feels, but they did try to innovate. So for its time, it was pretty innovative for its time, I suppose.
I said on last show, it has better audio and IPD than the Quest 2.
That's true. That's terrible.
Joking aside, but seriously, it does.
Yeah, pretty much. So another big thing that came out this week was some more of the Hitman stuff. Did you see this trailer yet? I sent you this trailer. I know it was last minute. I don't know.
So I haven't got to see this one yet. No, I haven't got to see it. So I thought the only trailer for this was the one we had. Not this one, but there was another one they released that just had a virtual reality announcement, showed a little bit, but some stuff we'd already seen.
Guy and stuff.
Yeah. So I thought that was basically it, and I completely missed this one. I guess I never saw this one. But oh man, this makes me want to buy a PlayStation just to play this game.
Yeah.
I so wish they were going to drop this, on Steam. It hurts me a little. But it does make me want to buy a PlayStation. I don't know. Will it? I don't know, man. What about you?
I'm still. I want the PSVR too. I want the PSVR too.
I know.
Like, I want to get eventually a PS5 with the PSVR 2. Like, I don't really have a whole lot of interest in going backwards for the old one, but I would love to experience this. You know what I mean? So it's difficult. Like, I think if I could come across a setup cheap enough, you know, like a PS4 and a headset, or maybe just buy the PS5 now and just find a good deal on a PSVR 1, you know, something like that might be worth it. But I mean, this is supposed to come out on January 20th. So it says that Hitman 3, and it says it's slated to release on consoles and PC on January 20th. But the VR support is only going to be for PlayStation. That's the bummer side of it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, put the VR on PC too. But I mean, I guess as far as PlayStation, I'm sure they have some kind of exclusivity deal. I don't know if that's going to run out. You know, I don't know if that's a timed thing. I haven't read that. Maybe they've said that somewhere and I haven't seen it. But it looks awesome. I mean, the gameplay in this, the biggest downside is that they're still talking a DualShock 4 controller. Like,
I know. I mean, that I don't get. I know.
How much is that going to take away?
Why go through all this and do it?
Right. How much is that going to take away from this game and the feel of that, you know, immersion and realism and all that stuff? I don't know why they would do that.
I mean, it's almost like a glorified port at that. You know what I mean? If they're not putting like the real, I mean, I don't know. I feel like these are, I don't know. It's frustrating. Like, just adopt VR. You know it's coming. Why don't you want to be the first companies to adopt this and do it well and do it right and be known for it?
Yeah, like why not use the Move controllers and stuff? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like that, I don't understand it. Like, I feel like having one controller, you know, you're playing on a gamepad and then you want to grab somebody and you have to take your hand off that one controller and use that to, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. And like, how to not have two hands, so you can really only have one usable hand at a time, right? Like,
right. And it kind of goes back to the whole point I made last week about Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? Like, I enjoy X-Plane 11 more because I can use hands in it and interact with things and not be strapped to a controller or sticks. And I don't know, like, don't have to do this here. You know, I just.
So the poll, you put a poll in there. And 84%, you said, would you buy a Playstation just to play Hitman VR? And 84% so far says no. 16% says yes. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. And Mame Fan said, I have a PSVR and I won't play it with a gamepad.
Exactly. So, that's my feeling as well.
I mean, you watch this trailer, though, and you're like, this looks so good. Like, this looks like so much fun. You know what I mean? So it's just.
But here's my thing. I go back again to Doom. I just played it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great game that had no, you know, it's no track controller support initially. And it's unbelievable. Like, how can they not do this now in the modern era, developing for it, knowing they were probably going to do this? Like, it makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating.
Aren't they worried about anybody throwing their controllers or anything too? Because, you know, with a DualShock controller, you don't have that strapped to your wrist or anything. You know, I mean, a lot of people, they've played enough VR, they don't let go of things like that. But I mean, you just saw in the trailer, you know, he's punching somebody. So he's punching somebody holding a DualShock 4 controller. And I don't know about you, but like punching in VR, I get into it. Like playing Thrill of the Fighter Box VR, like I'm swinging. I'm swinging hard. You know what I mean? And so swinging with that much force and holding on to a Xbox controller or PlayStation controller just does not seem like a good idea. I don't know. And I guess you're probably not going to be swinging like that in this, but I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Let's just jump on board. Come on, developers. Like, it's coming. It's going to happen. Don't fight it.
Yeah. And the other cool part, though, is that you're going to be able to play the complete trilogy, just like it said. You're going to be able to play the complete trilogy in VR. So I guess, obviously, with a gamepad, but I mean, that's cool that they're doing that. I wish more games would go back into some of the older titles and add VR support, because it's usually easier than some of the new games that come out. But I don't know. I mean, I think this has great potential and a huge missed opportunity all in the same boat.
I know.
You know?
I know. It is. I feel like it's 90% now on the poll said they wouldn't buy it to play Hitman. And I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to. Like, I see it and I want to play it.
I want to play it.
But then I feel like it would just be lackluster to me. Like, you can't go back. You can't go back from having full track controllers and then go back to this. Like, Like you're basically just getting a viewfinder into the world through the VR headset. You know what I mean?
Basically, that is what it is. And I mean, that's fun. You know, we've played Grand Theft Auto, you know, GTA 5 and stuff that way with a gamepad, and that's even less tracked than what this is, because you know, the gamepad isn't tracked in GTA, so you're not able to do some of that. And it's still fun, but there is something obviously missing when you play that, and it's fun, but it does not compare to actually playing a game in VR and experiencing that game more like you're there and you're in that world. You know, with the controller, you can't get that. You just, I don't know. I don't know.
Yep, it's too bad. But
it is too bad.
I mean, I know. I actually own a PlayStation headset, but I don't have a PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
to
you
play.
Did get one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I picked one up because it was cheap and I wanted it just for my small collection, and that was that. But you know, it's like, okay, well, I have that. I mean, should I just pick up a PlayStation? But I just don't think.
Do you think you're going to get a PlayStation 5? I mean, obviously for me, I'm not too interested in the PlayStation 5, especially with how hard it is to get, until I get an announcement of a PSVR 2.
Sure. Okay. But let's say we get an announcement for the second gen headset. What if they don't come out with good controllers? Would you still buy it? What if it is
right? I mean, come on.
They can, sure enough, they can. Don't think they're not. They might not. I would hope not, but
South Memphis number one fan. He's got the little pair jumping. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Seriously, we really do appreciate all these super chats. I mean,
it really do, you guys. Yeah.
So I mean, I can't fathom a world where PlayStation is going to come out with a second headset and not do good tracking. I mean, they have to do inside-out tracking at this point. I mean, I can't see a world where they're not going to do that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why they would make it, you know? So
it doesn't make sense to me either. But then look at this. Look at the adoption of this game. You know what I mean? Or maybe they plan on coming out with track controllers,
and then it's going to get an update for that. Yeah,
maybe, right? Maybe, but and we can hope for that. But.
I mean, we do know the Move controllers aren't ideal. You know what I mean? So I can understand why they wouldn't necessarily want to make this with the Move controllers, because it's not ideal. But yeah, it is. But I don't know. So I have high hopes for PSVR 2. I always have. I've always had really high hopes for them. I think that they are going to do some amazing things whenever PSVR 2 finally gets announced and finally launches. I think that's going to be a huge deal in the VR world. I really do, and I have high hopes. But there is a potential that they disappoint. You know, I had really high hopes for the Cosmos too. I honestly did, and I was super disappointed with that tracking and stuff too. I mean, we haven't seen anybody to date do inside-out tracking as well as Oculus has. You know, love or hate Oculus, they've done a good job with inside-out tracking, and nobody's been able to compete with them in the inside-out tracking world. Obviously, the best tracking, you know, you get from Steam with Lighthouse. That's outside-in tracking, but I don't know.
But their algorithm, I mean, their prediction systems, all of it is just amazing. I mean, I don't know if anybody's gonna top them. I don't know, man.
I don't know. And
they're good at collecting data. Let me put it that way.
Yeah,
so they're probably good at it. Yeah,
that's no doubt about that. But yeah, I think I have high hopes for PSVR 2, and I know a lot of other people do. I really,
Oh, for sure.
I think it's gonna set the world on fire when it comes out. I just don't know when that'll be. But when it does, I think we're gonna all be pretty impressed for sure.
I know.
But you want to get into Doom? I know you're excited.
Oh, dude, I'm super stoked about Doom. Like, okay, so here's
the trailer. We're gonna play the trailer in the background real quick. Go ahead.
Okay, it is super easy to install. It is super cheap to buy the game.
Yep. And if you don't know, you have to have the Steam core game. This is going to be on your Quest, but you have to have the Steam core game, which is like what you said, $5 right now or something like that.
Right. We'll get. So it's super easy to install. It's cheap. They have done all this port for zero cost. They really appreciate donations. Obviously, they put a lot of hard work into this. They've been working on this a long time, and it is done near perfect at this point. Pre-release, they're working on a couple little things, but it is there 100%. Unbelievable. Visually, it's amazing. They're doing things with it that surprised me how good it looks running at what it's running at. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, and there is a link in the description, you can go to the website, which is doom3quest.com, and it tells you everything on how to do it. And it is coming in the next couple days.
And this is from Team Beef as
keep an eye on the website,
which have done a bunch of these kind of ports and
stuff.
It's
from Lambda 1.
Yeah, Lambda 1,
basically. And Dr. Beef is the guy who's heading it up. And it's beautiful, man. It's the jump scares in it. Like, okay, I played this game back in the day, flat on a PC, and it was great. I mean, at the time, it was amazing. You know, the whole open world, beautiful. The details in it were great, and at the time, it was great. But going into it in VR is literally like jaw-dropping. Stuff that wouldn't have given me jump scares then literally made me jump backwards in VR. And I mean, it is so cool. It's so unbelievable. The audio is great. Everything is to a T. The lighting is great.
Yeah.
The menu interactions in VR is great. The HUD pop-up on your arm is beautiful. It's so cool. I mean, I felt like panicky going outside because you run out of oxygen and stuff. So you have to get, you know, over to an air chamber and stuff quickly, and you feel panicky. Maywaters asked multiplayer. They are working on multiplayer. There are so many boxes that this gets checked. It's unbelievable.
So this is Tyler's footage here that he grabbed and just cut it up a little bit and sent it over to
So
me.
quickly, I'll walk you through it. When you do, you have to have side quests to load it in, and it will go into, I think it's unknown sources on your games list. So your library will show up here. You do have to find it in unknown sources, and it will be there. It will play. If it does load in the first time and it gives you the 3 loading dots, restart the headset. I'm just giving you some pointers. Don't panic. It's just creating files. So then reload back in again after you restart the headset. It should work perfect. I had to do it twice, once the initial install and once after I uploaded the files from Steam, my library, into the headset, which you just plug into your PC and allow it. And it literally worked perfect after that. And it's unbelievable. I mean, visually, the loading, the cutscenes, they're not flat. You know how we cried about this in every other game, how the cutscenes are flat. You're literally sitting there watching it. And so you can just sit straight and see what's going on around you. It's awesome what they've done for such an old title.
Yeah. And this is, I mean, this is on the Quest for something to look this good and this big of a game. You know, most Quest games that are, I mean, like this, you know, you don't have this much content there, you know, to play through. So
and the other crazy mind-blowing thing is this is running at 60 hertz. Okay. And again, I was told the same thing, but I was told, hear me out. I completely get it. I did not notice a difference between the 72 and the 60 hertz. Okay. And it is at 60 hertz, 1.2 super sampling. Okay. It's beautiful. It's great. I've no beef about this. No pun intended. But it's so good. Like, it's so great. And you can run it at 72 hertz. Go ahead. You can change it in the settings. You have all the options for stuff. They're adding, let's see, they're going to add vignetting for people who, you know, get motion sickness and stuff too. But you don't really need it, I feel like, because it's a little bit of a darker game at times. So it's not, you know, it doesn't give you any of that. I wouldn't think. I got my VR legs, and I need to watch chat because the hype is way
I know
more
PD,
than
Gamertag.
More,
I think Gamertag and PD have played it. They both love it. They said the same thing. That they're having a little chat going on in there. PD said, "Please tell someone say hi to GT for me, cheers." And GT said, "Someone say hi to PD for me." So, but I know there's been a couple other people that have played it as well, and so far everybody I think that has played it is pretty blown away with this running on the Quest. That's the most amazing thing, so you know, because there is Doom and stuff on PC VR and stuff, but to have this running and playable on the Quest, this big of a game, you know, that has this much content in it. To be able to play it for $5. I mean, it even goes on sale for cheaper than that sometimes.
Yeah, $2.99 at times. Like it's $5. Like you will not play a better game on Quest that is this big, this detailed, storyline, animations, characters. The lighting is beautiful on even the characters' faces. The only thing that I feel like backdates this game are the facial interactions with the voice. That's the only thing. And this game goes back. I mean, what's the original on this? Somebody will know in chat.
I don't know what the original
release date. I should look, but I mean, it's still unbelievable for that time, and it plays great. I will run you through just the quick bullet notes on how to install it. And again, you can see this on the website. And sorry, I'm so amped right now, but it's
he's been
the coffee
like
and playing this morning. Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this. So you do install the the APK or the game.
And you need Doom 3, not BFG edition. You need regular Doom 3 for this. Just, I think somebody
and they are working on some DLCs and stuff, but yes, you get the original Doom 3, okay, $4.99 on Steam. Install it. You don't have to run it or anything. Install it, then you do grab the software that they will have. I think they're going to host it on GitHub, so you do have to go to the website and grab that, or grab it. They may host it on SideQuest. I'm actually not sure. Yeah. Maybe just through SideQuest.
Bumser is in here too. Team Beef. He said awesome. 2004 was the date, the original date.
There you go. That's great. So you grab that, install it through SideQuest on the headset, then grab the files. Basically, You have to run the game on the headset, and it will create the file directory on the Quest 2 or Quest. It'll run on Quest as well.
It'll run on Quest as well? That's what I was curious about. So, okay. So is there...
They actually designed this to run on Quest originally. So that's now why you can jack up all the settings and stuff on Quest 2 to run it a little higher. Yeah.
Right.
And then, let me see, where was I? Okay. So start the game, create the file directory, then grab the files off your PC, plug the headset in, drag them over onto the headset. Make sure you allow it in the headset into debug mode, and drag your files over. There's about maybe 10 or 12 files, all PK4 files. Drag those over onto it, then go back into the headset. Once you've done that, load the game in. I actually had it freeze up again on the loading screen, so I did a second restart, and it worked flawlessly from there. It's amazing. All of it, man. I don't know. I just really am excited for everyone to get to experience this. Yeah. And a lot of people didn't play Doom 3 back in the day. I mean, there's a lot of younger generations that never played this game.
I mean, I remember playing the original Doom. I think that was probably one of the games I played the most on PC or whatever way back in the day. You know, I was pretty young in those days. But he said it runs quite good on Quest 1, but runs perfect on Quest 2. Yep. So Quest 2 is really going to be able to take advantage of this better with the higher hardware specs.
I think if I remember right, him telling me that like some of the lighting effects, I think maybe by turning off some of the lighting effects on the original Quest helps it run better. It's a little more load heavy on the lighting, which the lighting's beautiful. Like on the guns, on everything. And there's parts in this where, I mean, look, when they walk under the lights, I mean, it's so good.
Something we're not really used to seeing on Quest games, you know, is lighting. I mean, that's one of the biggest things I think that takes they are able to eliminate to save performance is lighting on the Quest. You know, you see that a lot going from a PC build game to a Quest build game. So the fact that there is lighting, that kind of lighting effects and stuff in this, I think is awesome. I mean, this is getting closer to PSVR quality on the Quest. You know what I mean? When you start adding in lighting and all of that kind of things that you're not used to seeing, I think it shows the potential for what these guys are able to do. I mean, look
at this, to look outside and like see all this. I went back in to look out the window because I'm like, oh man, I want to just see what it looks like, and you know, I mean, everything is so good, and the stuff they're working on, they're adding teleport, or working on adding teleport for people with motion sickness, and the vignetting, like I said, for first timers. Two-handed weapons is another one they're working on.
What about the multiplayer? When is that supposed? I know they're in chat. Maybe they can comment on that because
they know they need that. And look, like the games inside of the games, so like cool. It's so good, man. It's so much fun. But yeah, they're working on multiplayer. That has to be tricky again because you know they're running it through the Quest and. Right.
Yeah, that obviously excites me more than anything because I love to be able to, especially an open world game like this, to be able to play with somebody else. And I don't know what the multiplayer exactly is going to look like or anything like that. I don't know, but I'm just speculating that it's going to be awesome. So, and you can actually, I watched one of their trailers clips that they were actually able to, you know, you can actually punch the people in the games. I think it was called like Berserker mode and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's just so many awesome thing. So I think Fluke just put the website in chat. So if you want a link to the website, it is in chat right now. So yeah.
Oh man, is it good?
And Anne said she bought the wrong version. So if you bought it on Steam, you may be able to refund it and get the right version, hopefully. Because it is just the Doom 3 version, not BFG, nothing crazy, just regular Doom 3 on Steam. That's where it gets the core game files and everything for the game. So.
And I think if I can check, but it should be in the description. No, I don't have that one in the description. I will add that one though, just so people get the right one. But just go to their website; they have it all linked there correctly. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, for sure. So.
And please, you know, I know the game's cheap. If you get it on sale or you play it and love it as much as I do, please donate to them. There's a lot of guys working on this project,
and
they
not
have
charging
done
you for
a lot of games.
You're buying Steam's getting the money when you buy the game. You know, they're not charging you extra to download. So, I mean, to be able to play this game for potentially $5 or less, you know, is huge on the Quest. I mean, what game can you buy on the Quest that would even compare to this for $5? Absolutely nothing.
You can't.
I mean, even $30, $40 games don't compare to this. So he said multiplayer is not off the table, but Baggy G and Beef need to do a lot of code rewriting. So maybe. So there's no. I guess the multiplayer isn't for sure at this point, but they're still.
But they would love
that.
it.
Yeah, they're still looking into that and working on that. I think that would be amazing if it could happen.
Huge.
So
oh my gosh, I know. And they are trying to get, let's see, the Resurrection DLC.
Yeah, I know a couple DLCs I think they're working on. Yeah, so that'll be down the road. But as far as we know, tomorrow is the date, right? This is tomorrow, Sunday, that everybody's going to. So if you're watching the show later in the week, you should already be able to hop in and check this out. And if you haven't done stuff with side quests and side loading and stuff, if you're worried about that stuff, it is really not that hard, and it really is easy. And there's so much good stuff out there that's not on the official Quest store that it is totally worth looking into. And I mean, because a lot of the stuff is free or really cheap. You know, it's a great way to extend your library. You know, if you're trying to save some money for some other games or whatever, there's so much stuff on there. So don't hesitate.
Flashlight.
Yeah,
dude, the flashlight feels like the Arizona Sunshine one, where it's like
down in the
when it's really dark. Yeah, that's like all you see is what the flashlight's like.
That's scary.
The lighting, like I shine it on my hand and stuff, and the gun, it all works perfectly.
Yeah, that's a scary feeling in VR when you're in the dark and you just have a flashlight.
I really can't wait to hear like what people think about this. Like, please, this week, come to our Discord, let us know what you thought of it, because I'm over the top jacked about this. I really am.
I think this is really cool. So, I mean, it's great that they're doing this. Truly, I mean, the whole VR community really appreciates this, because without them, you know, we wouldn't get to experience a lot of these kind of games on the Quest, you know, running on the Quest. So what they're able to do is pretty magical, honestly. So I know. I'm so glad, and I can't wait to see what in the future. I mean, they've already impressed us so much. I can't wait to see what else they do. It's going to be awesome. So, they've done the Half-Life and stuff. Yeah, they've done a bunch. Yeah, they've done a bunch of ports. Yeah, a bunch of really good ports. So, Comebread said, "Oops, my finger slipped." $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. That's awesome.
That's a serious finger slip, man.
Yeah,
cheers.
That's awesome.
Oh man, it is. Yeah, cheers to everybody in chat too, man. Yeah, 200 people. We really do appreciate you guys being here, just hanging out on our Saturday. J Hook, everybody in chat, May Waters.
Yeah,
everyone.
Raza, Steve XM, PD here all the time. Gaming science teacher, VR Spry guy, Wild Ox Studios, Jason. I mean, Gamer Tag. I know he was in here. I saw him. So awesome people in this community for sure. We love them all. So, did you put another poll up there?
I did. Put another poll up.
Will you play Doom 3 on Quest? So far, 83%.
Look at that. It's so good. Yeah. And I know people might not have, you know, a Quest to play it on as well, but let's say if you had a Quest, would you?
Right.
Because it's
after this poll,
I can't wait.
After this poll, can we put one up for how many people have not tried side loading or side quests? Because I know there is a big part
it's a good question.
of the community that hasn't gone that route yet, and I'm just curious to see what those numbers look like and maybe what some of the reasons are. Like if they don't have access to a computer, maybe because you don't play hooked up to a computer, you just have to have a computer to load the stuff on there. Or if it's just nervous of doing something and harming your Quest, or you just aren't technical maybe and you don't want to. So I am curious about that. But
some people buy it and don't have a PC. I mean, some people are not PC people or have a PC or you don't really need anything other than a cheap PC. By the way, you don't have to run anything.
You don't have to have like a gaming PC and stuff.
Right.
And some people, that's why they get the Quest, is because they don't want to fidget with stuff. They don't want to have any technical side of PC VR and all of that stuff. So they're happy just having the Quest and not have to mess around. But
absolutely.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's so good. I can't wait. I cannot freaking wait. I'm glad to hear everyone else will hopefully play it and enjoy it. I mean, 85%. That's awesome. I mean, it's not like it is like a Resident Evil scary kind of deal. I mean, I don't know.
It's just like the Alien Isolation mods and stuff. Those. I mean, these games are meant to be kind of scary on a flat screen, and that's fine. But when you get into them in VR, it's a whole nother level. I mean, it takes that horror and that fear. Something is physically coming into your face. Something is physically behind you that you didn't know was there. Like, it is just the most awesome platform if you're into horror stuff. It will blow your mind compared to anything else out there. Anything else. It's crazy. So
it does.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. So I know gaming science teacher said at this point I'm holding out for the alternate distribution that doesn't require side-loading dev mode. So that is what Oculus has talked about doing, you know, through a link, a downloadable link that people are able to put out there and stuff. And
it's coming.
Yeah, they say it's coming. I have to imagine it's coming this year. I'm sure of that. I just don't know when. Hopefully that will be pretty soon, because I think that will be nice for a lot of people, you know, to be able to have devs just be able to put a link out there. They're able to download it on their headset, not have to sideload, because I know a lot of people don't like the sideload. So, yeah.
Right. It was, man, even in the game, like, you know, when the guys you shoot drop their guns, you can pick them up. And I mean, there's so much. The full options, and I didn't really show them here, but, you know, for the performance or your VR settings and all that, it's just that they've implemented. It looks perfect. It looks like it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Job well done.
I mean, they do such good work. It's
just
ridiculous.
cheers to them, man.
Yeah. So Hunter Drone YT said, so how do we get this? So this will be available tomorrow for everybody on Sunday. There should be a link in the description. There was one in chat to go to their website. It'll walk you through it. You have to buy the game on Steam, Doom 3 regular version. So it shouldn't be too bad to get. So the poll did end for will you play Doom 3 on Quest, and 78% said yes. So yeah, that's a pretty big. I mean, anybody that doesn't play is missing out. Or some people don't like horror games; they don't like these kind of games, and that I can understand because it's intense.
Or side quests. What did you want me to ask about side quests?
Yeah, who has a quest and hasn't tried side quest, or has tried side quest or whatever? I'm just curious of the numbers of people, because I feel like there's a ton of quests out there of people that don't ever use side quests or have never tried side loading or anything like that. I'm just curious how many people and some of their reasons. So if you want to say in chat, you know, take the poll and then say in chat, like, maybe why you have a quest but you've never tried side quest, like what it is. But then again, there's been so many great games that have come out for the quest that time-wise, you know, back in the day we were starving for everything, and now there is a lot to play. So I can understand, you know, people having games to play that they haven't had the need to move to side quest yet. You know what I mean? Where that could be part of the case. I'm not sure. So
Sure. We'll see if you like those answers.
Did you get one up there? I don't see it. It didn't pop up for me.
Yep. Oh, it will. Calm down.
So, yeah.
But, yeah, it's super easy. 50, and somebody else said...
2 votes.
They said that... somebody said that... I forget who it was. They wouldn't almost have a quest if there wasn't for side quests, or they wouldn't use it, because there are a lot of really good games on side quests as well.
Oh, yeah.
Hyperdash. I was just talking to somebody again about Hyperdash, and they loved that game. And even at first, they were like, I don't know, but you have to just try the stuff out there. It's really cool, a lot of fun.
I mean, there's a lot of experimental stuff with, like, hand tracking stuff. You know, we haven't seen on the official Oculus store very much that involves actual hand tracking, you know, that much yet. So there's a lot of content on side quests and stuff that involves hand tracking stuff. And I mean, there's all kinds of stuff on there. There's so much stuff on there. It's crazy.
Chat said setting up to sideload may seem like a lot of work, but I just went through it again, and by following the steps took only about 5 minutes. And then after you do the initial setup, it takes seconds.
I mean, you
to
literally
even get games and transfer them on.
You literally just plug your headset into it. You have the side quest software open, and you select what you want to download to the headset. You put your headset on, you go to unknown sources, and it's in there. I mean, it really is simple.
It's a whole new market. It's a whole new, you know, game market for you to shop or get for free or try demos or projects. Or it's really cool.
And Bumster said also the shotgun is more beefy now.
So shotgun's good, man.
So far coming in the polls, have you tried side quest? 80% saying yes, 11% saying no, 5% saying scared to, and 5% saying too much work. So that seems, you know,
interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
for anybody who thinks it's too much work, it's super easy.
Yeah, you should try it. You should try it.
And it's not going to break anything as well. If you're scared, it won't break anything. It's super simple.
I mean, I've used it a bunch and I've never had any issues. So I mean, I mean, I can't guarantee that you won't have any issues, but I haven't had any at all. So, and a lot of people seem to be scared too. 6% now saying scared to try it. So I definitely think you should try it. I definitely think you should give it a shot. And I mean, there's tons of videos out there and tutorials out there on how to do it. So that'll help walk you through it as well. It's really, really not too bad. But yeah, I think this is going to be a big one. I'm excited to see when this comes out tomorrow. Everybody's going to be talking about this.
Like, these are only things I could dream about with, like, you know, Myst and Doom 3. These are games that I would have loved to have had, like, in VR or experience like this back then. You know, it's the things it just changes the game so much. Like, living it and going in it and experiencing it, like walking up to those signs and hearing the audio cues on like new arrivals to the station, blah blah blah. It's like you're living it. It's so cool, man.
I think there's something powerful too about a game that you've spent a decent amount of time of in that world on a flat game, and then you get to step inside of that world that you've seen before. Like there's something that happens when you do that that's like, whoa, it's even more cool than just experience a game for the first time in VR that you've never played before. There's a serious connection there that's almost like, it's
I always said that with Westworld, the
that
series
was on sale too. I don't know if it's
the game is. Yeah, no, it's so good. Please play that too. Even if you don't watch the show, play it. It's great. Won't make as much sense in the beginning, but it's an unbelievable game. But yeah, same feels. I mean, just that, you know it and see it, and then you get to live it. It's way different.
Yeah,
way different.
For sure.
So good. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, super excited for this.
Cheers, guys. Well done. Well done. I can't say it enough. But
for sure.
Yep.
Yep.
80% said they've tried side quests. So it's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yep.
So the other big thing that happened this week is a huge, massive Pavlov update, which this is like the biggest update we've seen from Pavlov. And Pavlov, me and Tyler, we used to play this a lot back in the day. You know what, it was 2016, 17, I don't know. We played this quite a bit. I mean, Tyler even made some maps for this game. Like, it was so much fun. And then we got some other games that we just thought were kind of better shooters that we got into more, and we played them more. So it's been a while. I've hopped back into Pavlov periodically, but it has been a while since I've really played Pavlov for a decent amount of time. So going into this update, I was thoroughly impressed. I was very impressed. Very big update. They did a ton of stuff. You know, the biggest stuff is all the World War II stuff, weapons. I think they added like 16 new weapons or something like that. They added the tanks. I mean, it's just, so it was 18 new guns, 6 grenade variations, and 3 grenade launchers or rocket launchers. It's a big update, and the tanks are really cool. I mean, honestly, being in the tanks, I got that feeling of actually being in a tank, because you get the feeling in VR of a claustrophobic, tight, cramped space. The controls work really good. They took me a little bit to figure out some of the controllers. I was like, why can't I get this thing to load in here? But there are instructions you can kind of see in the tanks to figure it out. It is more than one person to operate one of these tanks, obviously. You know, you have to have someone driving it, someone, you usually have a gunner, you have a big gun like this in here that I'm showing, but it was really cool. Mostly I just went in there to play around because I hadn't experienced this update yet. Yeah, so I just went in there to look around, see it. I mean, I think visually, the game looks better. The maps, this World War II map is exceptionally good. I think it's a really good map, some really good graphics in there. It's they've done a great job. So Boundless Owl says, so is Pavlov going to become Battlefield VR? And it kind of has in a way.
Filled that void, and I'm sure that's what they were aiming for. I mean, Dave probably, the announcements knew, was coming. Yeah. And probably wanted to beat, Medal of Honor to the punch, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's a good spot for them to be in. I do. Yeah. I think it's awesome.
It's a good game. I still think, I know Judge Dredd just said after Contractors, Pavlov doesn't compare. I jumped in, but I really thought Contractors still beats it. I think the gunplay of Contractors is hard to beat. Those guns in my hands feel better. The reloads feel better. This Pavlov still feels more clunky to me. It feels a lot more clunky and reloads and weapon handling and all of that. But these maps, you can see some of the map
that was weird.
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's going to pour, and I heard the coffee pouring before.
That was awesome timing. That was me, Waters. Thank you so much for that super chat. $20 super chat.
Cheers.
Man,
Holy crap.
That's crazy. Seriously, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But this, look, you can see some of the map world here, just going through it, and it's, especially being out in the environment, like the sky, I think looks really good. Some of the buildings, some of the interiors of the buildings are a little bit less lackluster, like some of this one, but other ones are a lot more detailed, like the one you see out the window. I went into there. That was a really cool building. And the weird thing is that I guess they don't have weapon changing in the World War II stuff. Like, how back in the day you could push in the thumbstick and it'd bring up your weapon wheel, like before you move. And then you can pick a different weapon. That I took me a while trying to figure out what was going on, and I asked on their Discord, and I guess that's not added into the World War II stuff yet. So that's kind of a bummer, but
I haven't got to play this yet. I'm kind of excited to see it, but again, I go back to feeling like it's lackluster on the controls and the gun mechanics and stuff.
I mean, I even had some trouble reloading stuff, and it didn't, I don't know. And it's partially because I haven't played this game in so long. So everything goes to second nature of what I experience, you know, in different games and stuff like Contractors and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's really good. I mean, it's a big update, and I guess they have more plans for future updates and stuff. And I keep having trouble saying the World War II stuff seems very hyped right now. You know, you have it in, you know, Medal of Honor that just came out. Now this Contractors recently added World War II weapons to their game. Contractors as well is supposed to be doing some vehicles. So we don't know what that's going to look like yet. We haven't seen that yet. Is that going to be, you know, tanks? Is it going to be vehicles like trucks, cars? What's that going to be? I don't know, but
I love Contractors though. Still, I can't pull myself. If I were going to play like a milsim shooter, I still have a hard time going to Pavlov though, man. Like, I know he keeps adding stuff and does keep improving, but I just can't do it, man. I can't.
This update is worth going back into. I think if you haven't played Pavlov in a while, like us, you know, we used to play a lot when we haven't in a long time. I think this is worth going back into to see all this stuff, especially for the tanks and stuff, to get to experience those.
Absolutely.
And I think it would, you know, I was playing this by myself at the time, so I didn't know anybody in here. I think it would be better with a group of friends, because then you could strategize some, you know, like a lot of times I would jump into the tank, but nobody else did. So I was just checking it out. So, you know, you get 3 buddies in the tank going and doing some work, you know, it was pretty cool. And I don't understand so there's just bullets on your chest now too. Like there's just a box of bullets, and I'm not sure if somebody's played this more than me. I'm not sure what that does now, because that was never in there back when I used to play Pavlov. So, and I get a knife kill right here. I was excited about that. So, and some people love it. Like King 1777 says, Pavlov is the best shooter. And there's so many people who play Pavlov. You look at the numbers, you know, multiplayer.
People like it.
I mean, this is one of the biggest multiplayer games on Steam. You know, it's always has high numbers, and people love it. But I don't know, like I've been drawn to some other shooters a little bit more, but this is a good update. So,
well, and Boundless Owl asked, how do you guys like Onward? And again, it's, you know, those are our 3 top basically shooters,
Pavlov,
milsim style shooters. Yeah. And I don't know, the pace to me in Onward kills it. I just don't get in a play session. So if I have an hour to devote to playing one, I get less out of Onward, I feel like. And that's the hardest part for me, because we have to spread our time so much with stuff that I need to get the most out of my play sessions. And with Onward, I feel like I go into 2 matches in an hour. And I'm waiting half the time anyways. And I know they've added all their different stuff.
They've added some different game modes and stuff. I still like Onward. One thing, I mean, the biggest thing that Onward does so well, I think, is their milsim aspect. You know, you can actually kill your own teammates in Onward, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because some people take advantage of that, and it can be annoying, you know, when you get kids and stuff in there that just want to kill their teammates. That's no fun. But it is more realistic. I mean, if you're in a realistic military simulation or situation, you know, and one of your teammates walks in front of your bullet right as you pull the trigger, that guy's going down, you know, whether he's on your team or not, you know. So that is a more realistic aspect.
Like, for me, I wish that like Contractors would have like their competitive like games would be stuff like that, you know what I mean? Would be more intense in those situations, and then the regular stuff would not be. But yeah, I mean, to each their own. I get it, and it's more, I guess, milsim Onward is.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like Contractors is more the Call of Duty style, and I feel like Pavlov is more the, I don't know, like arcade style than milsim to me. I don't know, and that's my personal preference, and a lot of people will probably, you know, blast me out and say, oh, it's better, it's got this and that, and
it's all personal preference. It really is. I mean, it's hard to say. You can't really say which one is better. You can only say which one you like better, and everybody's answer is going to be different to that. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So that's a difficult. I mean, it's just like VR comfort. You know, I like. You know, the setup that works for me and the setup that I love as far as what I have on my headset, other people don't find it comfortable. You know, it's
for sure.
I mean, it's just like anything else. Everybody has their personal preferences. So, you know, everybody sees things differently, and that's just the way it is. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's a good thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, somebody asked about what specs you would use to play Pavlov and Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor is pretty demanding. And actually this new update, it seemed a little bit more demanding than Pavlov used to be. So you want some beefy PC if you're going to run some good PC VR, I think. But
Yep, I know. We've had some questions in chat too about recording and how we do some of this. There are some easy ways for people that don't have much. You can do it now officially through Oculus.
You mean casting with the Quest?
Yeah, and you can cast from the Quest to your PC with no software needed. It's kind of an easy, quick solution for a lot of people. There are some other ways, but that might be the easiest for some.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be on like a Google browser, Google Chrome, or something like that. I think there's 2 different ones you can use, and you go to the Oculus. I think it's oculus.com/casting, and then you
a lot of them were more for recording. So for casting to record on the PC. I mean,
you can screen record. Well, I think what I was doing right here when I recorded this was just screen recording. You know, a lot of times we use stuff like OBS where you overlay your green screened image of yourself playing and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of tutorials out there if you're looking to get into making some videos and stuff. But and another thing we still don't know about is Pavlov coming to the Quest. Like how I'm pretty sure Pavlov, I'm pretty sure they were the first ones to start working on a Quest port before Contractors and Onward, and they're the only ones that aren't officially on the store yet. So what's up with that?
I think the problem is Dave is the sole developer, and he wants to be the sole developer. So it may take a little bit longer for things.
Yeah.
That would be my guess, but
I think so. I mean, you can sideload it. It's still this is on SideQuest. You can get Pavlov Shack on SideQuest, but it obviously isn't on the official store yet. But
and nor is all this update stuff either. You won't get it on Quest, but it's PC only. I know some people talking about Shack. Yeah, I think compared to the early stuff that we've had with Contractors and now Contractors being official and stuff, Shack's a little lackluster maybe.
Then Onward's good on the Quest too. I mean, Onward plays good on the Quest. So I mean, obviously the big graphical hits and stuff compared to what PSVR versions used to be, at least. But
and the crazy thing for me though is like, okay, these were our bread and butters. I mean, when we started talking, like this is mostly all we played for fun, right? We're shooters. Now look at what our go-to shooter is.
Population.
It's not. It's not a milsim anymore. We've been drawn away now from what we used to play daily, and now we jump into Population 1.
Population 1 is the furthest thing from a milsim shooting game.
It is solely arcade. It is easy for beginners to jump into, but yet we still are drawn to it because of the updates, because of the gameplay, because of the quickness of it, the teamwork that it forces you to have. It's
a lot of fun. It really is, and a big part of it is that I lost my train of thought now. What I was going to say, but what I was going to say is the Battle Royale thing, I think, is a big issue, is a big thing, because I never got a lot into those games playing flat, but playing them in VR, they're a lot of fun because we spent a lot of time in Standout too, which wasn't as good of a game, but Population 1 is a really good Battle Royale game. That's a ton of fun. You lose track of time. I never want to stop when we're playing it, but...
Do you see person?
Population Daycare? Yeah, there are so many kids in Population 1. There really is.
We've been going up on the adult rock because when all the kids come in, they just stand right there where they spawn and just scream at each other and yell at each other about guns and shoot each other. So usually all the adults end up on a rock watching down on everybody.
They need to make an adult-only section of Population.
Yeah, that's what we said. Right, they do too.
Yeah. So D-Toodles, thank you for that super chat. Said, "Happy New Year's, boys. Got an Index and Quest 2, and despite the higher Quest 2 resolution, I'm finding Index visuals look better. Quest 2 at 1.7 super sampling, am I nuts?" So you're talking about running with Link, right? You're talking about running Quest 2 with a Link, because he's talking about 1.7 super sampling. So I don't think you're nuts. I don't know I still love the Index. I mean, obviously I think there's still a little bit more screen door effect in the Index than there is the Quest 2. I think especially with the super sampling and everything bumped up. But I don't know. I mean, the Index is still such a great headset, and you're getting that bigger field of view. Yeah,
100%. The audio, the field of view, the controllers can be. Some people love them, some hate them. I mean, it's great headset. I cycle, man. I'm at my G2, my Index, and my Quest 2. Those are my cycles, and depending on what I'm playing, I still go into them, and I love them all.
I still think the Index is one of the most premium headsets you can get. I mean, it's a $1,000 PC headset that has great audio, great field of view. The controllers, like you said, love them and hate them, but it's a great headset. I mean, the Index is still one of those top tier headsets that's hard to compete with, and I I think maybe this year we may see something that comes out that's really going to compete with it. I don't know. I mean, the G2 is a great headset as well as far as visuals and stuff, but controller tracking is definitely a little less and stuff. But it's, I mean, like we talked about sim games, G2 is hard to beat.
Exactly. Yep, it is too.
I don't
Steve
know.
XM said Population 1 needs solos, and that a game originally was developed for solos. That's why
it's called Population 1. I think originally that was their plan, but. Yeah.
So it is interesting, but I mean, they do have the player base to support it. I don't know. Would it change the dynamics of the game though? I mean, it's going to split your player base too then, in a certain aspect.
I think it depends on the person, because I think a lot of people, you see a lot of people go into Population 1 in a 3-man team
don't want to rely
and they don't
on
talk on anybody. They don't talk, they don't ping, they don't go with you. They're off on their own. So I think there is a group of people that would prefer to play it by themselves and go against 1 versus 1 all the way throughout, the thing. You're not going against teams. For me,
and
I like it because of the teamwork. I played it a little bit this past week by myself. I hopped in a little bit. I wanted to see some stuff. I wanted to test out trying some different guns I'm not used to using, so I just went in by myself for a little bit, and I still had fun, but I was playing with random people. It was not as much fun as it is with a group of friends. That's when I have the most fun in that game. But
Yep, I know. And I think it's great because the aspect, it makes you, meet people on there, and it's kind of shows you the power of VR and what it can do for hanging out with people and becoming friends with people, and a lot of people aren't social, and it does kind of force you to be that way. But yeah, I know a lot of people do want solos and stuff, and I'm sure when the player base is large enough, which it has to be right now. I mean, how many people play this on Quest, and I wish we had numbers.
I wish so too.
But oh man, I'd be so curious to see.
It's a big game. I don't think it's going anywhere as long as they keep doing updates and they keep people coming back. Leaderboards. A lot of people just play to get up on the leaderboards, which is not something I'm into, because for one, I'm not good enough or have enough time to play to climb up them leaderboards. But people do enjoy that. I don't know. I love to go back into the updates, to go find the balloons, to get some skins. Even a lot of times the skins I don't even care about, or I probably won't use them. But I like the aspect of a little adventure. Treasure hunt.
Oh, I agree. I love it. I love the
yeah.
earning of the skins and stuff in game. I think it's amazing.
Yeah. So some people are talking about Deca Gear in the chat.
Oh,
and we haven't had any updates from the Deca Gear, and yeah, that was they were a little ahead of their time. I think they pushed out a lot of stuff that they weren't ready to actually have a final product like they made it seem. I think they were still in a lot of development phases for that headset that are. I haven't had real high hopes in that. I hope they prove me wrong, but I don't know that they, like VR Spry guy, I don't think that they have a real product, at least not yet. They don't have a real product, but yeah,
I don't either. I mean, until we see something in our hands or something physically done,
it's all prototypes. When they pushed out all that stuff last year, it was mostly all prototypes. Yeah, and they were still trying to figure out how to make a lot of the stuff they were working on even work right. It wasn't a consumer. It wasn't close to a consumer product yet, and I'm sure it's still not. So I don't know. Paradise Decay was responding to Ann, said, or a squeaker filter. So
oh my gosh, I know.
Population 1.
I know. I feel like we need an adult lobby. Like,
I mean, I don't think there's really any way to do that, because
honestly, though, it's fun. I enjoy it though. Like, we get in with kids and stuff, and it's their first game, and I love seeing the excitement or them getting a win with us. Or exactly. And everyone was young at some point. Maybe we weren't squeakers like that, but how they act now, but I don't. I
don't think so.
It's
but
totally different.
But there are some cool ones too. It's not like all kids 100%. In Population 1 are super annoying, because some of them are really cool. They're fun to play with. It's just some of them are just seeking attention, I guess, especially in the lobbies. They want attention, so they scream and do.
My best advice, if you are somebody younger and excited, we are very excited. I don't need a description of everything you're doing every minute in the game. And it kills me. I feel like they're narrating their life book here. Yeah. But when they play, they run around. They're like, okay, I'm picking up a gun. Okay, I'm reloading it. Okay, I'm grabbing ammo for it. Okay, I'm walking over here. Oh, I think I see somebody over here. Oh, where are you going? I'm coming over. I'm like, calm down. Like, it's okay. Like, we'll get there.
I don't know. It's an interesting thing in VR right now.
It's fun though. I love it. And I love helping people and teaching them in there. I actually like going in with like newbies. Like, I don't hate it.
It is fun sometimes.
It is fun.
Especially to see their reaction, especially the people that are first time. They're like, holy crap, like, this is the coolest thing I've ever experienced. You know what I mean? And to get some of those initial reactions, I think it's pretty cool. But I know. So cheers. I see a bunch of new people in chat too. Cheers, guys. Like, glad you're here, man.
Yeah, I should.
Man. Did you drop some Space Slurpies demo keys?
I don't have any of the codes for some.
They're on Twitter. But they sent them to us.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
I know, but
let me grab a couple real quick. I'll see if I can't get them in chat. So
yeah, I just didn't know. I saw that, but I didn't know which ones you had and hadn't used. That's all.
Let me see if I can get them in there real quick. So these are for the demos. If you missed the beginning of Space Slurpies, talking about that, and we didn't really even give any teasers of what our map is going to be.
Oh man!
So
well, I sort of did. I sort of showed a little something maybe, but
did you?
I'm super excited. We were brainstorming with them, and it's so fun to do with developers, and you can just see the gears turning, the ideas flowing and bouncing between us, and it's a lot of fun. But
yeah,
I cannot wait to see it. Yeah, I'm scared to see it, but I can't wait.
So it may involve, it's obviously going to involve some coffee aspect, some possibly something with our coffee and VR scene. So I won't say too much more than that.
Right.
I'm trying to grab some of these codes here and put them in chat. I'm having trouble.
Oh, you get it? All right.
I'm going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. So here is 4. So these are for the demo for the game. Demo is going to come out soon. Oh, man, those are all jumbled up when I do it that way. Hold up, that won't work. It looks like one
They
really
can
long
decipher
code.
it. They can decipher it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think what else was. I haven't got to play it yet either. I want to play Space Slurpies too.
It's fun. I can't wait for the multiplayer. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So. All right, here's one here. I'll have to join the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, we have some more to give away. There's one in chat there. We will get some of those in the Discord. So the demo is going to be out soon anyways, but this just gives you some early access to play the demo and check it out before it's actually out. So, yeah, so there's one there. Join the Discord. We'll throw some more in there. And, yeah, I think that's just about it, right?
I agree, yeah. Virtual said, didn't you promise to cover Mare today?
Oh, yeah, we did. So we did talk about last time.
Played it.
We missed it last time. We wanted to talk about it last time. It was before it came out. We had the trailer and everything. So I was going to try to talk about that today. We haven't played it yet, though. I have not played Mare yet.
Great, though.
Yeah, it does look cool. And I think the initial reviews are kind of a little bit mixed on it. I don't know. But I probably will play it. I probably will pick it up. I just have not had time yet. Time is always time crunch, but if you're in the Discord though, some people were talking about it, that they've picked it up, and they were talking about it some in the Discord. I think, who was it? Fluke played it, or I can't remember.
James. James Darkwood.
James Darkwood. Keep it up, he said. Thank you. So, and I know Paradise Decay also has a video out on it if you want to see some of that. But a lot of people are comparing it to ICO, which is an older game that I've never played either. So I think a lot of people that have played that game and love that game, that they are very big on Mare. So it says coming autumn 2019. Well, that was definitely delayed. So it just launched this past week on the Quest. It is on the Quest store. It is available. So I wish I would have played it this week so I could talk about it a little bit more, but I did not have time to play this one this week. So, but it is available.
I was just looking in chat. John Ganna said, just got my Quest at 58. Wow. Honestly, age doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about it. Disabilities almost don't matter. I mean, they can, but, it's unbelievable what VR does for people and the things it gets you and the places it takes you. Actually, Maverick, who was in Super Chat with us earlier, I sent him a video of J-Ham, which we talked about last week too. And he's like, how is that even possible in VR for somebody to play that fast and reload that fast? And because you're physically doing it, and it's crazy what people do. But
you get the muscle memory down to be able to do things real quick. I mean, it's
so cool.
Yeah, age really doesn't matter for VR. It really doesn't. And I think that, especially, like, I've always thought, like nursing homes and stuff like that, elderly, they could get so much from some of this stuff, so much more enjoyment out of life sometimes, or hospitals, people that are stuck in a hospital bed, to be able to do real VR fishing, like, it just helped pass the time, have fun, have community, have some social aspect that you get to hang out, with family members that are far away. We talked last show, we took my wife's Quest 1 back to Ohio, so her family has that. So she's been playing walkabout mini golf with her nephew, having a ton of fun. We've all played together. There's just so much stuff you can do together in VR it's so awesome. So it really is.
It's great. I see a ton of new people. We really do appreciate all the new subs lately.
Yeah,
over the last week. It's crazy. Somebody like I think congratulated us like on 5,000 subs that I knew, and it's like we're already at 6 now, almost. It's like
almost, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great community. I mean, we have so much fun doing this stuff.
We
and
have so
hanging out
much
with
fun
everybody.
doing this,
yeah,
man.
so make sure you join the Discord. A lot of good people on there. I am going to throw some more Space Slurpies demo keys in the Discord after the show. So make sure you join that. And yeah, seriously, we appreciate all the support so much. So what do you?
PD just said I'm too old to bungee.
Oh, PD loves Tyler's bungee setup.
I know, he wants me to
Tyler
bungee
has a
so
bungee
bad.
setup that you strap yourself in, and he did a pistol whip thing back in the day, playing pistol whip, bungee strapped to the ceiling, which is pretty cool.
Dude,
So it's really.
I said now I have all my workout mats. I'm not like super paranoid. I'm gonna face plant on the cement. So
yeah, it was scarier than I thought. I got into that bungee thing, and I was like, "Oh, this ain't gonna be that bad. Like, do a face plant." And you're like, "No, dude, I'm not doing a face." I was like, "I'll do it."
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, I can do this."
Yeah, I was like,
and then
"Ain't
you
no
get
big
in.
deal."
Like,
yeah, I got in, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." That's terrifying. But it's fun.
I'll find a game that'll come out here once there's something coming out.
Like
that checks all the boxes
or something. You just like, yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. It is fun, but yeah. But we got to get out of here. 12.
We do.
We're a little bit after. We usually try to stick to around an hour. We usually go over, but we're just because we're having fun. But we seriously appreciate everybody.
We do. Make sure to share your VR headset with somebody. Let them experience it that hasn't done it before. It's the biggest request we have. Share the love of VR. That's all we ask for.
Sure.
We appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, all the chats, all the comments, all the likes, all the people in chat, man. You guys are freaking. You guys people. 100. And yeah, I think that's it, man. We'll roll. I want to go back play some Doom. That's where I'm headed, man. Yeah. It's so freaking good.
So much good stuff to play. There's so much
good
stuff.
Please, if you're doing anything tomorrow, that is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Hands.
Yep.
You really, but. What?
Sorry, another super chat just came through. Sometimes they show up here before they show up in here. But Bread again said, "What does this buy and send button do?" $10 super chat.
Finger's still freaking slipping, man.
Yeah, finger slipped off earlier and it slipped off again. So
cheers, you guys. Honestly, just come hang out with us live. Like if you're not watching us live, just come hang out. That's all we ask for. We do appreciate the super chats. They go into doing everything that we can for you guys.
Yep.
But
we need to do like a live stream of Pavlov, playing the new Pavlov update together or something. Maybe,
that's true. That would be fun.
Yeah, we were doing live streams of us game playing on Thursday evenings, and with all the holidays, we haven't done any lately. So hopefully we get back into that because that's a lot of fun. But yeah, seriously,
Doom on. Yeah,
yep.
Cheers, Aaron.
Seriously,
yeah, absolutely.
We will see you all later.
Yep, see you back here or
see you in VR.
There you go.
I thought you were pointing at me. I thought you wanted me to say it. All right, later, everybody.
Over here.
Yeah, whatever. See you.
Later, guys.